No, I need a kill. Oh, that was close. Oh snap.
Initiating system one loaded.
Hey, what's going on, everybody out there? It is the guy Bernard Rand, aka Chief Charming, coming at you once again with another Call of Duty Modern Warfare video. We're talking about season 6. Season 6 just got started within the last couple of days. Right now, today is Thursday. Season 6 started over in the night, like Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. And so I just want to talk for a little bit about this final season. I haven't really talked about any other seasons like I'm going to talk about this one. And the reason why I'm going to kind of go in depth about, go in depth a little bit more this time is because this is basically, this should be the final season of Modern Warfare. As we know, they say that Warzone is going to continue on, and it's going to be, you know, combined with some things with, you know, Treyarch's Cold War. So the Treyarch story with Black Ops and Modern Warfare, the two stories are coming together through Warzone. Big shouts to Glitch Energy. There's another video that I just did actually earlier today. That video was uploaded not too long ago, and it's a review about it's basically me talking about a taste test. Really, it wasn't like a full in-depth review on Glitch Energy, but it's basically a taste test. So definitely check that video out, and I would greatly appreciate that. So definitely big shouts to Glitch Energy, and don't forget to use code BRMG at checkout. I would greatly appreciate it. Before we get into it, first of all, greatly appreciate you being here. Please, if you don't mind, like the video, subscribe to the channel, smack that notification bell, smack that notification, smack that notification bell. Do that, and I would greatly appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. This game has been an interesting one. The season, this is the last season, 6 seasons. Honestly, a lot of people, which you all know, have been pretty disappointed in the game, and rightfully so, because of so many issues with the game from the beginning. The alpha that they gave us was great. The beta that they gave us was great. And then the game launches in October, November, and it was just a disaster with multiplayer. So many problems with the maps. Some people, I'm pretty sure, found the maps a little confusing, but what was really confusing about the maps was the spawns. The spawns had just been horrible. The weapons were, you know, very unbalanced throughout the entire cycle of the game so far, and we're coming to the end of the cycle. So I mean, it's October now, and we're still having issues with weapons being unbalanced. They add new weapons to the game, and it's pretty typical for a game to add new weapons, and those new weapons be buffed to the point where they're, you know, a little out of control, and then give it a few days or maybe about a week or so, and they kind of, you know, tone those weapons down to try to balance them a little bit. But throughout the lifespan of the game, there just been so many issues with various weapons just being overpowered, and Infinity Ward, the developers just really didn't want to do anything about it. Didn't really want to make changes, because they were trying to cater to new players. They're trying to get new players to come into the game and give them weapons and give them safe spaces, which is exactly what they said. I remember that. Before the game came out, they were in interviews, heads of Infinity Ward in interviews, and they were basically saying that they wanted to be safe spaces within Modern Warfare for those new people to come in and be able to just, relax, play the game, and, be able to get some kills. I understand that. There's nothing wrong with trying to draw more people to a game, to get more people to come and play the game. Of course, you always want new customers, and you want those new customers to come in and you want them to stay. Problem is, if the game is too buggy, those new customers, they come in and they play the game, and then they get those easy kills, and then they realize when they actually learn how to play the game and they get an understanding of how the game should flow, and they find out that there's no flow, when they think it's just so much fun to get those easy kills, and then all of a sudden they're getting killed and shot in the spawn. When they spawn right beside the enemy and there's nothing between them and that enemy but a wall, when the enemy should be spawning across the map from them, it's not fun anymore. It's just been crazy things like that, and it's been all season. So unfortunately, I like some of the ideas that Infinity Ward has come up with. The movement, the things that you can do with the weapons, the gunsmith, I like that. The amount of attachments that you could, put on a weapon, the various things that you could do. There were so many choices. In some cases, there were just like way too many. And it looks like Treyarch is going down that same road with Cold War. There's so many things that you can do with the weapon, so many ways that you can change it, so many attachments that you can put on the weapon, and that's really cool. But the thing is, if you're not careful, you could put there could be like some kind of issue with the attachment, and the problem could be too deep into the meta, too deep into the files for developers to be able to go in and find it and fix it. And I think that may be what happened with this game. They put so much into it till there ended up being so many different problems. Either they didn't care about trying to fix it, or there was too much stuff that they had to dig through to be able to find the problem and actually fix it. So with all that said, the way this game turned out, there was some good things. There are definitely some good things about the game, but it was pretty disappointing, unfortunately. I'm glad that Warzone was a free game mode. I think they got that right. The battle pass, there were things in the store that were a little too pricey in my opinion, but just like they said at the beginning, which they actually kept their promise, they said that the things that they were going to add into the game were going to be basically cosmetic things that we would have to buy if we wanted, which means that there weren't going to be any weapons in the game that you would have to buy. So you could earn any weapon. All the weapons in the game, you could earn those weapons just by playing the game. You didn't have to, buy COD points just to get a weapon like we had to do in BO4. So I like that. They actually kept their promise with that. Problem is, the cosmetic things, once you got those weapon skins that look really nice, and then you go back to the gunsmith because you knew you were going to add a monolithic suppressor on every weapon, or you knew you were going to add an extended barrel on your AR, and you put that extended barrel on your AR and it turned your weapon into a Frankenstein because you were going to change the barrel, you were going to change the stock, you were going to change the grip, you were going to add an extended mag because the more bullets you have in Warzone, the better off you're going to be because it takes so many shots to kill someone. So after you add all these attachments, the ones that you actually need on your weapon, next thing you know, your weapon looks like a Frankenstein weapon. You spent all that money for the cosmetics, and the only design that you actually get to see that's still on the weapon is what's just pretty much basically on the body of the weapon. It's a waste of money. Eventually, they started to add things into the store where there were basically the attachments that people were actually using in the meta, like the Graw. They ended up starting to put the long barrel on the Graw, the Archangel, if I'm not mistaken, that a lot of people were using, the monolithic suppressor. They started adding that to different, weapons that they were adding to the store. So it's been one weird circus, not even a enjoyable one. It's been a weird circus, even for the pro players. I feel bad for them. At least they're getting paid a lot, but still, they changed the meta on the MP5 at the end of the season, coming up to champs. They changed the meta on the MP5. That's really not fair to a pro player who's been using a weapon all season and practicing with this weapon every day. And then all of a sudden, the developers decide that they're going to change the meta, change the way that I think it's 10mm rounds. They nerf the weapon basically to make it weaker. And these players have been using this weapon all season. These SMG players have been rushing around with this weapon all season. And the reason why it was a little overpowered in the first place was because the ARs were so powerful in the game. The M4 was just, wiping people off the map. So when the MP5, having those certain rounds, it helped to be able to knock some of those M4 players off of a head glitch, to be able to get some of those medium range, win some of those medium range gunfights. That was pretty unfair, in my opinion. But, it is what it is. It's season 6. We're coming to the end of the season. There's new weapons in the game. Somehow, whenever they do an update, they seem to break something. So with season 6, we got a new AR, we got a new sniper, and both of these weapons are pretty much overpowered, which like I said before, that's normal. New weapon, it'll be a little OP, and then later on they'll nerf it. So in the meantime, a lot of people are having fun with those weapons right now, and the gameplay that you're gonna see today, I'll be using the sniper. Is the SPR-208. It would have been great if they would actually give it a name instead of a inmate number. The other weapon is the AR. It's called the AS Val, and it's a pretty cool weapon. It's like the M13, but it shreds. It's really good. Once you get it leveled up and you put a Commando foregrip on it, it is something. It is something. So I've been having fun with those weapons, but it's like, the weapons are just, cheat codes. Sometimes the weapons they're just too easy to use. The Origin, R90 with a Dragon's Breath. The list can, go on and on. But it is a little disappointing. But hey, looking forward to Cold War. The beta is going to be starting next week. Thursday or Friday, I want to say. So everyone who's pre-ordered the Cold War game, you'll get early access on the 8th, and then everyone else on PlayStation will get that access on the 9th, for the rest of the weekend. And then it goes the week after that to include not only PlayStation but Xbox and PC. So we're looking forward to Cold War, and hopefully it's going to be a really good one. Hopefully we're not going to run into the same thing that we came in contact with last year with Modern Warfare, with the alpha being great and then the beta being great, and then the game launches and it's just buggy because season 6, yes, we got some new weapons, but also for some reason the screen is still blurry, which makes no sense at all. Huge update, but now all the visuals in the game are blurry and we're starting to get blue screens. Very weird. All right, well, I'm done with my rant. Rant is over for this Modern Warfare season, and we're looking towards new and better things. So hope you enjoy this gameplay and greatly appreciate you being here. Please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and smack that notification bell, and we're gonna see you on the next one. I'm out.
I almost downed one. They're in this building in the roof.
Down one.
Nice.
Yeah, there's one top tower up there. There was one over here.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Two, one's weak, picking up my stuff. There you go. One more.
Somebody wants us dead. Overcompensated for my shot there. Sweet. Sweet.
Seconds. Get ready to move.
Sweet.
Go. Get to the next one. Enemy UAV overhead.
Got him. Where are you?
Hardpoint secure. Hardpoint secure. Enemy UAV overhead.
What if? Got him.
Stand by to move. Hardpoint secure. 30 seconds.
Enemy at the bridge.
Time's up. Move your arms.
Oh my gosh.
Enemy
Let's
UAV
go.
overhead.
It's so much fun sniping with this thing. Oh man. Donuts in the chat.
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to exit the donut.
Oh, this scope is nice. Oh my gosh. In time because I was stunned. Oh my gosh.
Time. We've got control.
Oh.
We've lost the lead.
That was too close.
Wow. Some of the glitch supplements. A hit marker? Not that time.
Advised.
Enemy at the cargo containers.
Hit marker?
Stay down.
See, I pressed it again.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Do this.
Who you trying to camera? Donuts in the chat.
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to exit the donut.
Trying to camera snipe me? Your C4 didn't make it. This is a 10v10 version of this this warehouse map. Oh.
Enemy at the warehouse.
Target down.
No.
That thing looking good.
No, it's not.